All right. What's up, everybody? Doing another live stream here. Kind of going through the process of making a Spider-Man short film. Uh, Again, this isn't scripted. This is me just working. It's not like my tutorials where I can just make stuff and rehearse it, redo it 1,000 times over. But if you're just tuning in, watching live, or watching in the future, this is kind of where we're at, or we, I guess, left off. Something I think about when, making this stream is like, wouldn't this be kind of spoiling the short film? Yes and no. I'm not going to reveal the dialogue or what really happens, but you're going to see kind of, what Spider-Man does, which I think is probably one of the more cooler parts. But there's going to be other things that I plan on doing that are going to be that I won't reveal. So, but yeah, that's where we're at. I think going from last night, the next swing here I did not anticipate to be as hard as it is. You can see it's jiggling around like a Lego figure. It's not right at all, but I think that's because I have a lot of keyframes next to each other, so if I think I delete a few and it'll clean it up. A lot of that movement going on there. Yeah, see, like that's a cluster of keyframes we got going on here. Sorry. Going back and forth between the stream, making sure it's all working. I think when I got off last night, I did clean up some of the weights on the model around the crotch a little bit, and the neck area and the knees, especially. The knees were like making this really nasty angle. It just doesn't look natural at all. So I did clean those up. Whoa. don't like that he kind of stops. It's like he grabs it, holds it, and then swings. We gotta like expedite that animation a little bit. And I was saying last time that the my expertise in Blender only goes so far. I am not at all a professional animator. This is I think it's my third time. I've done some walk cycles. Um, and I've done some swinging stuff a little bit here and there. But this, I think, is a little too much. Here, two seconds real quick. This is going to bother me. There we go. What the is going on there? There we go. No, it was shading smooth. That ain't right. Boy, oh boy. And something else that I have to kind of think about is, since I am the animator, editor, and colorist, is that I have basically full control. So if I see that, hey, my animation skills are lacking in like this one area, I can think, well, I can just edit that part out, or I can get a different camera angle, you know, so I can kind of hide that, fake it a little bit. So like if I feel like this animation ain't working in the hands right when he grabs, we can just, you know, fake it by using a certain camera angle, maybe like a low camera angle like this, going from here, and maybe like the camera will follow up, twist, you know, something like that. I think I probably will do like a lower angle like this, kind of to, yeah, I'll still need to fix the hands, but something to note. I'm trying not to get too detailed without thinking, the overall movement of the body doesn't look right, so now I gotta go back. See, like that one adjustment messed up my hands. So now I'm trying to figure out the movement a little bit. I think I can probably assist it, because I'm looking at the ball here. Man. I think that's not bad of the movement. Of course, you know, again, the tracking of the hands and everything I'm going to fix here in a second, but I think that's not bad. All right, let's go back to posing and trying to see if I can tweak that. I'll go back to the feet here in a second on the pole. Hand should already pretty much be reaching for it. Once he's got contact with the first hand, he's going to be reaching for it soon or just after. I think locking these hands down are going to be a problem. I know there's probably ways of using empties and influence to make them locked off, but I'm okay. I'm not that advanced yet. I don't really feel like going through all that trouble either for one, two, like, you know, if you were holding something continuously, then I would, but for this, I might just grind it. Also debating if I want to make this thing swing or not. I think that actually might help, A, make it look more realistic, because if you grab something that's hanging, especially in an old warehouse, it's going to swing, but also it's going to be helping hide that contact with the hand and the object. Yeah, let's do that. It'll make it look better too, I think. Let's see. Okay. to use Sear. Parenting. Sweet. So he's going to grab it. He leans into it. It pushes it off a little bit. So it's going to move forward. But then he's going to yank it back with his body force. So it's going to be pulled forward and then pulled back. See, all this stuff. This one change, man. It's going to change the whole animation again. So that's why planning is very important, which I did not do for this. So I apologize for anyone watching. Again, this is not scripted or planned. And bam, that's when he grabs it. 1, 2, 3, maybe. And he's going. Can we do view? Oh yeah. The one time I'll use view for rotating something. Ugh, this is a weird thing to try to think about. Grabs, pulls. I think that's actually not bad. Grabs it, goes forward, pulls from it. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So, bam. Maybe pull that out a little bit. I don't know. Sway back and forth. I know for a fact there's probably an easier way of doing this, but you know. Definitely not an expert. That does not look right at all. It's gonna go slower. Okay, so we gotta space these out. Sometimes, man, it's actually kind of funny thinking about animators like in Pixar movies and stuff, because they use themselves as reference. Like watching themselves do the animations of the characters, you know. Those are always super fun to watch because it's like you get to see them acting out the actions that you saw in the movie, and you get to see how they're different and how they're very similar. But it's pretty clever. Actually that's what I did for this. I know that there are. It's getting there. That first one's kind of not great though. I did that for that is not bad at all. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. It's not bad. I did that for the beginning section here when he lands. I'll even show it to you. It's kind of jank. But I did the animation of him, moving and like acting out. Oh, what's up, Carlos? What's up, my man? I just realized. Sorry, I got the chat way over here, so sorry if it's delayed. But I had to act out the motions of like landing, and then I think the landing I didn't do. Yeah. Okay. So did I get those reversed? Thanks, my man. I appreciate you. Oh, wait a minute. I think it's because yep, I know exactly why. There you go. So yeah, you can see this. This is a video I took a long time ago when I first started this project. Not a long time ago, sorry. That was over exaggerated. Probably like 2 months ago. See, I didn't add that one movement, but the movement of the hand coming up, I needed something to reference, like the speed, because that's really what it is. It's the speed of the movement. And then even after that, I still might tweak it. And I think this video is actually sped up just like in the slightest bit, because it's like something I mentioned in the first stream is that I'm trying not to make him look ethereal and floating and beautiful and elegant and cloud-like. No, because your movements in real life, they jag. They're like, they have this like quick movements, but they still ease into their stops. It's weird. It's weird. And when you're animating that by hand, it's such like a difficult thing to do, not to make it too much or overdo it. So you really have to kind of you have to tweak it a lot. And I'm still tweaking that beginning section here when he's like moving around and trying to like when he's talking to Electro and he's like trying to get him down. I'm still tweaking that a good bit because I feel like it's still not perfect. I think the swing is not bad. Yeah, coming to like that one stop is pretty good, I think. Hold on. Wait a minute. It looks like it still kind of slows down a little bit. You gotta like even it out so you like goes there. Yeah. So I think it's that one. Yeah, it's that one. That needs to be, I think, a little more. Okay, wait, I have an idea. So he goes, that's that tip. Wow, that's a big difference. It still kind of fits though, because it goes bam, bam, bam. It's like the spacing needs to be equal. So that side, I guess, looks pretty good. And again, this is like one of those things that's really just going to be... In fact, I might even... Yeah, I'm going to... Wait a minute. I think I'm still going to lower that back a little bit. Solid. I like it. This side looks good. Check the other side. So there. Oh shit. Backwards. There. There. Way off. Okay. that one needs to come in out there. Yeah. Yeah, and we're not even really gonna see. No one's gonna be looking at the swinging animation. They're gonna go, "That's not right. That's not right. Doesn't look good. Bad animation. Out." Dislike. Terrible video. So, I think it swings, and the camera won't be focused on that. And if it is in the shot, it's gonna be out of focus, or it's gonna be such a small thing. So everyone's gonna be looking at, the brick wall, not Spider-Man, or because that totally makes sense. All right, cool. I think the speed is good, the lamp is good. Now we need to, I don't know if I'm stalling doing the harder part of getting the hands to, hold on. And not only that, but once he lets go, I kind of want him to twist, because I would like his end pose to be like that classic Spider-Man pose of him like on the wall, but it's like behind him, so he's holding it with his hands like behind him. So I gotta kind of have him twist and go a 180. So I think his left leg needs to kick up and around to get him to twist. Yeah, this is gonna be weird. This is gonna be very weird. By the way, I talk to myself a lot, but that's just because I need to figure this out. Okay, so I think I'm seeing problem number 1. Maybe, I don't know. Problem number 1, I think, is that the lamp doesn't swing in time, and I might need to just move that. Yeah, I'm going to move that by 1 frame. Yeah. No. Maybe like 2 frames. I feel like it moves. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. You get like all the things worked out, and then you go back to tweak one thing, and it's like, okay, that doesn't make sense anymore. It feels like it swings too much now. So we have to kind of lower the first few swings. Now it also kind of feels like it's a magnet, so it wants to come back down. Jeez, man. This do be kind of silly goofy. Good. Cool. I know we said that people won't be looking at the lamp, but we do need to make it at least do something physically correct. Doesn't need to be perfect. If it needed to be perfect, I'd be working on this thing probably for another 10 minutes. I was about to say like 20, but that doesn't sound right. I also need to probably position his fingers. something else that I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to do with this. And I thought about doing for the first jump is he's not using much webs for Spider-Man. And I've actually never been able to figure out how to do webs. I know that there's one guy I follow. His name is Peter. He does like a tutorial on how to do it, but I don't know if I'm quite there yet. But for this jump, I figured it's such a long and a weird jump. I think I made it look normal for Spider-Man. But physically, it doesn't look like it's natural. So I thought I could probably put he pulls a web out to the pole and then he pulls himself over to get himself there. But I think I made it work. I think it looks good. I think it looks fine. I'm kind of like avoiding the problem. It's really just a really good gymnast against a guy who's got electrical problems. That's what it is. That's the short film. Oh my goodness. Oh, goodness gracious. Does not look right. Yeah, this is going to be a really, really weird jump. Check you later, Carlos. Thank you for tuning in. reach. We're getting there. Yeah, that's right. What up, Action Replay? Welcome to the stream. I feel like he's going up too much. Da, 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 da. Try to figure if that's even humanly possible. Hold on. Just grabs it. So yeah, he would be still holding on to it at this point. Maybe it's rear and back a little bit. Yeah, so he's gonna have to really yank himself back. Also, he does change directions. Where are you going, dude? Not gonna lie. His shoulder would be broken. It would be very broken. I think his neck is also... What looks natural? Oh boy. Thank you, Binge IT. Appreciate that. Or Binge It. I appreciate you. I am definitely not a guru, man. I am definitely an amateur. I'm not gonna say I'm amateur. I just gotta make sure I'm humble, but I'm definitely learning. I'm getting there though, man. I'm getting there. I appreciate it though. He would definitely be reaching for it by this point. He'd probably be holding on to it. By the way, we do not still have a title for this short film. I will say that the short film has Spider-Man in an old factory fighting Electro. It's a micro short film. It's not really much of a fight. It's more of like imagine the way I described it in the last stream is that it's kind of like a Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's the end when the fight's just about to begin, you know. But I wanted to do something. Wanted to test out my animation skills to, you know, to use Spider-Man because that's cool. And 3, I want to be able to do a cool Electro because I feel like Electro, I haven't seen the version I want to see yet. Jamie Foxx did a great job, but I want to see another version of him, which you'll see what I mean when it releases. But anywho, the reason is I don't have a title for it yet. So if you guys want to come up with a title, definitely write it down, man. Put it down in the chat, and I'd love to see what you guys would think. Yeah, so I just kind of took a break. I took a break from uploading. I did work on recently on a short film with Holden Hardman. He's a guy who does React videos with his girlfriend / wife now. And he asked me to do some of the visual effects for it, and that's kind of what's kept me busy for a while, and then school and work on top of that. So I've been kind of grinding some other projects for other people, some other commission stuff. It was a Star Wars based short film though, and it was great result. I like the way it came out. I'm happy with it. Definitely go give it a watch. Holden Hardman, Vader Pulls to the Light. I did some of the space scenes alongside another talented visual effects artist named Evan. Fantastic guy. Great stuff. Some of the stuff he's made, just insane. Such amazing stuff he made. But I got to do that, and I also got to do the lightsabers for the entirety of the short film. So that was really cool. I have a love-hate with lightsabers. I love doing it because I think I can get a result I always like. I have an idea of, you know, what I'd like them to look like. But making them are very tedious. Very, very tedious. But I am planning on making another tutorial on how to make lightsabers inside of Blender. Blender still After Effects, but making the saber inside of Blender using the native motion blur inside of in Blender to do more of a realistic Disney-ified motion blur. So it has, it's not Disney-ified, it's more realistic motion blur rather than just a big streak of white light. It's like a blurred light, which I think in a lot of ways looks cooler. So I will definitely be releasing a tutorial on that very soon as well. But yeah, I appreciate you asking me where I was. That's awesome. And that tutorial, that technique of me doing it in Blender / After Effects is going to be a lot. I don't know if I'd say it's easier. I'd say it's about like, it makes the job 30 to 40% easier, especially time-wise, because it's a lot less moving tiny little points from this point to that point to that point. It's a lot of like, you get to, just move an object from A to B to C to D. You don't have to do this one, that one, this one, this one. Okay, next frame. That's such a pain in the butt, dude. which actually the technique that I'm speaking of, I also used in Holden Hardman's short film as well. So you get to see that in action. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. I'll have to go check out your channel. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I do. If I don't know if you're following me on Instagram, to be kind of a what a time to add a plug. But in my Instagram, I recently just posted a thing on how to not how to, but a ship I made doing kit bashing, and that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I got to do a new paneling technique inside of Blender that makes it look much more realistic. If you know Ansel Hesiao, I can't say his last name, Ansel on ArtStation, check him out. God, insane, godlike Star Destroyers and ships. I don't know if you know him, but if you do, he's insane. I tried to look at the way he does paneling for the hull on the outside of the ships, but they are definitely kind of inspiration for my my ship I made on my Instagram. But my Instagram is still, it's my name on YouTube here. It's Praxis Visuals. Go check it out. It's the most recent post on there. I like the way it came out. It's a pretty cool ship. But yeah, man, kit bashing is a lot of fun. I don't think your shoulder is able to do that, but we're going to cheat just a little bit because he's Spider-Man. He's acrobatic, and I'm definitely not acrobatic. Caught Infinite Warfare assets with some Halo Infinite assets. Heck yeah, man. That's cool. That's sick, dude. I have to check you out. Do you have a Instagram or anything that I can go look at as well? This guy does not have certain bones in his body that he needs because your arm cannot bend like that. Man, that would be very. I mean, I guess you could. It'd just be very tight. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't even. Oh, okay. Haha, you're funny. I didn't even realize that. Okay, I totally forgot. What's up, man? That's Brandon. What's up, dude? I totally just forgot. I was like, wait a minute, what? Live action short film, Green Eclipse. Oh, that sounds familiar. What's up, man? I totally didn't even realize I was talking to you, dude. That's hilarious. Yeah, man. If you do, I want to see your Blender stuff, dude. I am very interested. I know Caitlin is also getting into Blender a little bit too. She sent me a picture of the donut the donut tutorial, the infamous donut tutorial. So she's getting into it as well. I'm excited because like I don't know too many people at school that do Blender. So we really that's something we got to make a class out of. You know, we got to make a class out of Blender or just 3D animation, not necessarily Blender, but Blender's free, so I figured that. But it's also unfortunately not industry standard. But we gonna fix that in time unless AI gets in the way of that. I genuinely think by the time I get into the industry here and really start working, AI is going to be taking over. I think a good bit of the jobs here. I genuinely think so, and it's scary and that's the other thing. It's like it looks really good. Like you cannot deny in a span of 2 years, we went from just having these really janky videos and pretty decent AI pictures to very realistic pictures and video that looks not bad at all. So it's getting scary how quickly we are creating this stuff. But I don't know. I think by the time like 2030 comes around, we're gonna have AI making the scripts, the visuals, the audio, everything. Audio basically is just good to go by now because you can replicate anybody's voice, especially like the most recent, like the results that are yielding insane results are the Star Wars stuff. Surprise there, me saying Star Wars stuff, but not David Prowse, James Earl Jones. They like used his voice in AI to I've been working on these hands forever. They used his voice for the Obi-Wan show, I think, where it wasn't James Earl Jones, it was AI, because they like basically had him say, I guess, a whole bunch of stuff or used archival audio and got his voice in AI, and it sounds fantastic. I think I really need him to stretch like that keyframe right there. I'd be yapping over here. Let's do this. And kind of see an idea of where it should be. I feel like he's... There we go. He's gotta like pull himself. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. What's up, Michael? Heck yeah, man. Tag team. Tag team Blender, dude. What you working on, Annie Mansion? Or Mason? Working on anything fun? Anything that you can say that you didn't have to sign an NDA on? uh, maybe. Autodesk Maya better. Maybe. I think the one aspect I don't like it that it's paid. That part is not fun. Heck yeah, dude. Clone Trooper animation. I want to get into Maya and all that because I know that I think it's Maya. I think it's Maya that has V-Ray. Um, V-Ray has insane render results. Educational license. Yeah, I think I did look into that at one point. I think I even tried it, but I think I tried it when I was like trying Blender, and even Blender, I was like, this is too hard. I'll go back to After Effects. I'll stick with compositing and 2D stuff. Easy. But then I started Blender a little bit more, and I just kind of forgot, I guess, about Maya. Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of pushback on AI, and we talk about that in school a lot. Um, and I think I say, oh, I don't like AI. It's taking out the artist, this, that, the other. But to be truthful, I do use AI sometimes for coming up with ideas. Like for instance, for in this short film, I want to be able to have a song that plays, and I don't know what song to use. I have a lot of ideas of what to use. Like I'm thinking about using "Kickstart My Heart." Like I'm talking about like actual music, not music that somebody's gonna write and compose, but it's pre-made music. But I want to use something that has something that Electro would listen to, and I'm trying to figure out what would that song be. What would that song that would play? And I'd ask AI, tell me something that has this tone and this, that, and the other, and it would tell me all these results, and I'd say these results are good, but like tweak that one value, like what about make it more electric, make the chorus come in more. So it definitely is useful in times where I cannot figure out a solution for the life of me. So. Separate. How do I copy skin weights? Ooh, buddy. I don't know. I only make tutorials on stuff I am fully confident in what I know. I know how to make weight painting and stuff like that, and how to tweak it, and how to, I guess, assign it. But if the webbing is not actually applied to the model that you're weight painting, I don't know exactly how to make it. Well, I guess you could try. Hold on. I'm going to go out of the way for a second. Try to help here. I try maybe child of, maybe? No, that wouldn't do anything. That does not do the weight painting. Don't do that. I lied. I don't know, man. I genuinely do not know. That the rigging, that is a whole other beast that I have not much experience in. But I apologize on that one. That's something I've said in the beginning of this stream and in the last stream is like I know a good bit of Blender, but I'm by no means a professional or somebody who knows all the ins and outs. I know that there are other artists out there who definitely knows the answer to that. Like it's putting butter on toast. Oh yeah, that's you do this that A B 1 2 3 done. Not me. Sorry, I'm rambling. Do you use Substance Painter? I have. I touched upon it a little bit. I haven't really dabbled into too much. I'd like to, but it sucks because it's under Adobe now, and even though I have a Creative Cloud, license, it still won't. I still have to pay extra for Substance, and a boy be broke. But I have used it, yes, and it is very useful. I do muscle connection. I can't get the webbing to stick or follow the body mesh properly. Do you know how to fix this? Muscle correction. I can't get the webbing to stick or follow the body mesh properly. I mean, my first answer is just to get the mesh of the webbing and the mesh of the body and just connect them so that it does stick. But I wouldn't do that because I know that's not proper, and I know that this model also, the webbing is separate, so I wouldn't do that. I was able to get ZBrush a long time ago. They offered perpetual license for ZBrush Core. Yeah, that's also a big one I'd really love to get into is ZBrush. ZBrush is super, super cool. And I do find myself a lot, especially when, I love modeling and stuff like that and kit bashing. When I want to sculpt something, Blender has a lot of great, things that ZBrush has, but not everything. And I know ZBrush is a lot more efficient in doing those things. Again, a boy be broke. I can't get ZBrush. I am stuck with Blender and my one Creative Cloud license for Adobe. Okay, so let's see this. Do I dare see this in motion? It's not bad. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Pulls up. I think we're gonna have him do a Tobey Maguire, like he uses his legs to pull him forward, like it's all sprung back. I seen him. Maybe it was just any Spider-Man, but you always see his legs get pulled back, and then he lunges forward with his legs, giving him a little bit more momentum. Which I feel like, I don't think in laws of physics that doesn't quite make sense. But, you could double jump in those games, so. Okay, we are going to rear these legs back. Yeah, I do need to get a tablet for sure for ZBrush and Substance as well. Actually, I think I saw a video maybe like 2 hours ago. Somebody painting in all the textures. It's so satisfying, and I do stuff on my iPad all the time with my Apple Pencil of doing art on there, and it looks so much fun to make textures. But yeah, I do need to get a tablet. Yeah, so real quick, so you said what's the plot of the fan film? I mentioned earlier that the fan film, it's not really a fight. It's more of like it's the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2 type of fight where it's like you get to see what leads up to it, because again, I'm not by any means a professional. This is me merely testing my ability to do a Spider-Man animation. So it's like a micro short film. I think it's probably going to be a minute 30 seconds. It's a summer project, but I won't spoil too much for the plot here. I'll rewind what happens here. I'll show you everything I got so far. Just to kind of give you an idea of what happens. I'm not going to reveal the dialogue or anything like that, but it is Spider-Man versus Electro. Come on. Sorry, one sec. I just want to be able to revolve around him. There we go. Yeah. So that's where we're at right now. He kind of just lands in. Heck yeah. I'll take a look at it here in a minute. Appreciate that. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. This is one of the biggest things I can say is, as an animator, artist in general, one of the biggest things is just going back and forth. I've worked on this one little animation of him doing all these hand movements and doing this, that, and the other. I've tweaked that thing probably like 50 times. So never stop tweaking, I think. Like, see right there, I can already see there's a weird elbow jerk right there. I can tweak that. I'm probably going to fix that here in a little bit, but yeah. Never stop, man. Just go back and forth of what you're doing. Rewatch the whole thing, and as you're watching it, go, wait, back up. What was that one part? Fix that. So, I am no means a professional animator. Gotta stay humble. But earlier you said it was kind of fast, and I want to kind of touch on that. He is going to be dodging lightning, and I'm having to kind of balance the natural movement of what physically is correct on top of Spider-Man. Spider-Man's movements have to be kind of quick and agile and acrobatic. So I think I probably will slow it down a little bit, or even in post and compositing, I can slow it down just like a touch. But I think you might be right. Yeah. Well, it's like maybe 5% fast, but this whole like after the fact, after the swing, that's going to be tweaked here in a little bit. Yeah. See, like he just basically floats over there. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, this whole scene. So let me go ahead and show you guys, actually. This is the entire area that he is going to be fighting in. Electro will be kind of hovering right here. He'll be like doing his, like, lightning in his hands, just kind of like just idling there and listening to him just ramble as Spider-Man does, Here, let me just save it, because that's also a very key thing. If I don't save and it crashes, I'm going to be upset. But here, I can show you guys some other little stills here. Let's see here. Yeah, so we have a couple of rendered stills of what it would look like. So that is the final, that's the render, and this is the edit of it color graded and looking all pretty. This isn't a result of what will be, in the film. I think I'm still going to do a lot of masking in here, but I just wanted to add the grade to it. That's like an older render. That's a way older render. There you go. So that's, yeah, there we go. I think that shot would be close to what the final product would look like. There's a couple of when I posted on my Instagram. That's him hanging on the beam. It's a close-up of when he would be talking to Electro. And that is it. So yeah, that's what it would look like rendered. So changing and evolving animation of you. It's honestly, I personally use storyboards. Yeah, that is something I did not do with this, is use storyboards and do planning. I was like, okay, I got an idea. He's going to jump down. He's going to be like, this, that, and the other, and we'll go from there. And, I might give up. By that point, I might just be done with it just for fun. But then I'm like, this is kind of fun. Let's keep going with it. And then I'm like, okay, what now? I'm not planning this like at all. So no, we're way beyond storyboards. Again, though, this is a micro short film. This is not anything that has tons of, action scenes and whatnot, and rehearsed dialogue and all that crazy stuff. But yeah. Which, by the way, I'll be reaching out on Instagram for people to do some auditions for the voice of Spider-Man. I need someone to voice it. I definitely don't have the voice for Spider-Man. So I'm going to need some talent to fill that in. So I already have somebody playing Electro, so that's already filled. And the electro part is a little bit of a surprise. I'm not going to spoil that just yet, but yeah. I will probably be putting that out here soon. Doing casting calls for his voice. It's not going to be many lines. It's going to be just maybe 20 lines at the most. So okay, so we're getting to the part I think where the swing doesn't look too bad. I feel like it looks jittery. Yeah, he jitters. Yeah, it's like he does a Superman right there. Whoa. Yeah, like what is going on there? When in doubt, when you got the jitter, start removing keyframes. Because that's how you know you've overdone it and you've overcomplicated it. So he's about to land. You should have one leg out further than the other to separate for when he lands. For the landing, do you mean landing on the wall or on the ground? Like over here or on the ground down here? Whoa. A wall? Suppose where he's about to land, you should have one leg out further than the other. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's like he's preparing himself. He's one foot to slow his speed and the other one to catch it. I got what you mean. So for that, I had another idea where I talked about it earlier, where he's going to land and he's going to be kind of doing this like backwards pose where his back's against the wall. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to make him twist midair. I don't know. I think I might be past that point. So yeah, he probably will need one leg out. Like this leg would be his catching the wall leg. This one will contact it first. Hold on. Before we do that, though, I'm going to need to fix these micro jitters real quick. Gotta clean this up. Actually, in fact, I'll probably lower this. I'll even do a little bit of that. So it's almost like he's starting to let go. Readjust the backwards pose. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'll do. Is he'll like land it and then he'll like roll over from the wall. Like he'll be facing the wall, or the wall will be like to his side, and then he'll roll over to kind of get back into that position I want to see him in. So from this point, when he lands on the wall and he's stuck to it, if I can get past this, I have an idea of what I want to do from there. Yeah, definitely. And for that frame, when he'll be there on the wall, I'd like to have a camera angle, maybe like looking kind of up at him, kind of like the whole Spider-Man cage fight when he's fighting what's his name? Good Lord. Hold on. Don't say it in the chat. I know it. I've seen this movie 1,000 times. I've been brain farting a lot. Bonesaw. When he's fighting Bonesaw and he's like, on the cage on the side. There you go. Bonesaw is ready. Yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Iconic. Yeah, so he'll be doing kind of like that pose where he's holding on. He's like, "What are you doing up there? Staying away from you." He's doing that whole thing. That is not very Spider-Man-like. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna have his leg kind of reach for the wall almost. Man, these micro jitters, man. I gotta figure out what keyframe can be like taken out. Is it the ball here? It is the ball. Okay, those two keyframes next to each other. Okay, gotta fix his hands. Oh yeah, so I did end up adding another part of the roof. If we look back here, there is some windows, some sky panels that are like broken. And I thought when I was rendering, when he's stuck to the wall over here, we have this camera. This camera angle. The post I put on my story, it looked like really dark behind him, and there was no really natural way of lighting him there you could see him. So I just figured let's add some sky panels in there so it's like, filling in some light behind him. So I did end up adding some panels in the back. So it's kind of giving a little bit more light in a dark corner. So feels like he kind of stops. Yeah, it's like he just slows down. I think right here looks pretty good. but it's like right there. He stops. Hold on. Might be the ball. That's what I'm talking about, man. You gotta get that overall idea of what's happening first and then do it. Yeah, he'll be fighting Electro in this one. Electro will be over here in this corner. In that side of the arena. Okay, instead of moving the ball, I'm going to cheat and use his hips. If I move the ball, it's going to break that one little section, and I don't really feel like we're doing that. Yeah, see, like, what? Let's do... Also, when in doubt, see what happened, man. So I'm talking about, it breaks everything. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, the joys of fiddling with annoying animation. Not annoying. If this was just him walking around, then he can probably just, that'd be easy. I can do that. Ooh, hold on. And I mentioned earlier is that if something looks kind of janky, I'm like basically every position of the short film. I'm animator, editor, colorist, you know. So I can probably use a good camera angle to hide the fact that he does something kind of silly here. Like maybe do like a camera angle down here. Let's see what this looks like. It's not bad. It's got a lot of jitters. Check you later, Mason. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Heck yeah. Yeah, see, like I get too focused. I gotta get better at that, of like focusing on the big parts and slowly getting down to the details, all the way down from like the major movements down to the fingers, you know. I get too caught up in the little stuff too quickly, too easily. So like right now I'm looking at the hand. I should not be looking at that. Let's see what the body's doing. Heck yeah, I think I don't know if I subscribe to you. I'm definitely going to once the stream is over. So he'll be jumping because he's like basically dodging a lightning blast coming in his direction, so he's getting out of the way. So it's going to be like shooting in this direction. So kind of just getting from point A to point B. Oy. I think I need to fix these hands just so I can get an idea of his movement, and his hands are jerking everywhere, so it kind of... Honestly, even if I do this, though, I think it might help visualize if I need to pull his body down. That'll impact the way how quickly he moves. Come on. Okay. You know what? Hold on. What is this? I would like to move these so he moves a little quicker. Okay. I was saying that earlier. When in doubt, start removing keyframes. That gets rid of jitters and it starts cleaning up everything. If you worry about every frame individually, it starts to look kind of funky. But we do need to make sure he can reach the lamp. Yeah. I'm liking this spot a lot better now. Natural web fluid. So I was mentioning earlier that I think this is going to be probably... Maybe I can add some sort of trick here towards the end of the film where he will pull himself over with a web, but I'm not going to do too much web stuff here because I'm not that advanced. I think I know how to, like, an idea of how it's done, but I'm not... I don't know. I'm not that confident. I'm more focused on just trying to do an animation. But for this Spider-Man, he will definitely have the mechanical web shooters. What happened? This is one of those annoying parts of working in editing, 3D animation, 2D animation, compositing, whatever. You start going back and forth between one problem and another. So I apologize you guys having to watch that. That's not fun to watch. Yep. Yeah. And that's something I'm definitely going to have to work on. Mentioning, you know, fixing problem A to affect problem B, fixing problem B, go back to A. Something I'm not, I think, quite there yet is efficiency in doing the work. Like if I were to get into a visual effects house, I don't know how efficient you should be. So, yeah. 'Cause I know that's like one of the biggest things is making sure that not only you can do a good result, but making sure that it's, you know, um, done quickly. You know, companies like Disney, they love giving tight deadlines. Okay, I think we are. Yeah, we're definitely nearing completion. What is going on? Um, okay, not bad. That I'm liking a lot better. He kind of collides with it a little bit, so he grabs it, catches it, pushes it a little bit. So it's uh, like a weird relationship happening there between his momentum and the lamp. So he pushes it, grabs it, uses it as a. See, like right there, I feel like he needs to come up. Uses it as a swing. Ah, the jitters. I think it doesn't help that I have two different parents here controlling the movement. I had to. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on. Uh, cool. So I can influence it. Yeah, dang it. All right. That changes everything. I could have just altered this influence amount, and then I could have just moved him using 1 point. That's great. Cool. Too late now. Because his little pad here, the little arrows, are supposed to be horizontal, not vertical. But I had to, in order to do the flip, I had to make another parent in order to make him do the flip. But yeah. I might be gone in 40 minutes, just FYI. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go. It is starting to get a little late. I don't think I'm going to stay up as late as I did last time. But, yes. think result-wise, we are getting very close. Why is he going up? Yeah, he phases through it. That was very close. I'm liking the way this is going. The jittering is starting to become less and less. I think the end result here we need to work on, so except for his feet there, they're stretching too much. I think, do I dare alter the weights at this point? Oh no, do I dare? Again, I am not a master at rigging by any means. I could be really just doing something here like I'm pretty sure like a professional blender artist would be sitting here going, what are you doing? That is not doing anything. Is there any other? I want to give a shout out. I did add in the description below that the person who made this model is UGO9P1. Oh my god. He makes, for one, really good Spider-Man suits, but two, he makes really good looking renders. Fantastic looking renders. Did it actually do anything though? Okay, never mind. That's just something I've always seen. There's like this weird lump here. It's rarely visible, but I just don't really... I don't like seeing it sometimes. And I fixed his groin area and his knees so they're not so pointy. Thank you, CJ. Appreciate you. I don't know. I'm not going to finish tonight, but, you know. Am I using the wrong bone? No. I think we are going to choose this angle down here. Yeah. I'll probably cut to maybe like this right here, or I'll watch him land, and we'll probably cut again. So it'll be like a really like 1, 2, 3 cuts, you know. So, all right, I think we are definitely, we made progress tonight. That is for sure. But I know for a fact when I do another, when I come back to this, I will be seeing things that will need tweaking. But heck yeah, I think I'll probably stop it there. Probably going to go ahead and start winding down. I don't want to stay up too late tonight. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. I think I had a great time. And I think that I have a lot of people watching, and I love that. And not just watching just to watch, but you can see the behind the scenes and be able to talk with me about it, and just talk in general, about artificial intelligence, about Blender, animation, Substance Painter, all this kind of fun stuff. I love talking about that kind of stuff. And I just have a good time talking with other amazing artists. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate all the familiar and unfamiliar people coming in. I will be seeing you guys again. That is for sure. I think I'll probably spare y'all some of the, oh, look, he's tweaking the foot again. Oh, there he goes again, tweaking the same foot. I'll probably see if I can get past this part, and then I'll do another live stream to show we've moved forward a good chapter from this one bit of animation. But either way, I'm definitely going to be doing another animation, just probably get past this a little bit. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video or live stream. Check you later.